Kisah ngut ki kyrtong ki bakentup yau sitting MP Uma Vincent H. Pala naka Kongres, kyrtong ka RDA ba Robert John Karjarin, kyrtong ka VPP Dr. Ricky A.J. Senkon, bat u kyrtong Shimet Lakon Kema, kila Thep kyrteng haka arpunriu terik leber naka benta ban yakun ya ka election MP arajar arpusau. Kene ka election menta ka kenti kan long haka khat khandai terik yayong.
Confident kumba Shillong nalong confident ni namar ba aswaban Thep nomination ilawan keleng-keleng ki perlu jangan jangi ba pencengan jangi ba kerang bat ki samla ki la tre keleng kini election ka itnat namar ba borok-borok ki klaim ka last election ka compare bat kini election menta borok-borok ki klaim ke real election kan sedang hadin ka scrutiny hadin ba file nomination kibru kinelek kinetri namar ka real election mood kan sedang nado lesai ne lesisi te bangalik keleng-keleng asio ba kabiang ki ka BJP te ka lalej bat ka NPP tang ba kinom sebut pat te kinwan se ka kongres na try ko ba mensuahi PE election ni ka by election ni kibehe ki lalit ka NPP tambah voters part la dei behe dan dia beri kinlik kat sebakimon te kat kum ka jing sauto jonga kini ki ar lai sngi na Giant Hills na West Coast Hills wat support Garo Hills ro ngai phone ngai iba ki babon hi ki kin phai sa ka congress hoi ki NPP ro kin yoi kat ki VPP ro kin yoi ki UDP ro kin yoi dei kat kum ga jing i janga ala ban bakla ro tamba baboni ki sio jan ba gani election kum ba long menta ga compare ni election na marga jing pendik haman ki jaka la de Assam la de twe pat ki benta jong ka India ki bru ki phai ba ka congress ka kam skan ka kongres ka kam satu ya ka sensyar ka kadar tengah try ki bobon bat ki bru jongga BJP ru kermen ba kinwan phai chaga kongres kata ka ki jongna ka don ru ka jing sio diau ka jing so si hapding ki leader jongga BJP namar ga BJP kam sunyo ya ki notice ka jing bombo kandidat jong ke BJP ka pen isai kedar ba ke BJP ka neglect ya ke North East kamtam ya ke Meghalaya ka Nagaland Mizoram lai lada wat kandidat kimnot banbo kibai kibai sei kene ke pen iba ki divide je jingi ki bon ki party lada ki tlot dan ki claim ki bo kandidat bandon ka kontak ban yo experience kinong tray ke BJP ko malong menta ka set kinong tray le jong bat ka jo ko poro ka neglect kamtam ya ke Meghalaya ka ba BJP ka sayo hado 10-15% ko vote share ki election ki ba fair tengah try kinong Meghalaya kinong North East nado na Nagaland bat kuwi ngide ban tip ba ke NPP kalong kanong tlio ke BJP kalong kum ketua ban rai ki caklia nya perkhat hai kata ke NPP kam de show ka parti ka ba control dalede andre kala de bale controlang menta ka BJP ru ka johi menta la controlang da ka NPP ya ka BJP te kini ke baro ka don ka apa ka jingma namar ba bale ba kat ka national party ka baladon ka base balai election MP haman ne kisnem menta kami le show kadon ker sekelendat ke cingtmu jongki tila pan kata ini lade ka constitution ne ka succeedal ne kibai ni perkhat ha ki BJP kemri ki bi ki start tengah try dan ne gila ban don ka jing agreement bat ki ki party bakin kene ka raja sabharo you never know tamba BJP will not go empty handed kan one bit something kan one bit the Hebrew jungi ngatrai one day can realize ka jingbam file jong ka BJP ka don ke chalandet Api ka MLA election ka fair na ka MP election. Ka MLA election nga file nomination hapo urbanizing lai panai ngam yo por ban canvas sakawero baki pet baro na party ngap canvas ki perlok ro ngap mare kaleng te ndal asdang dir ki khasi jantia jongi kilong ki khain ba ka ular mut ka commitment jongi ka khain bai ba kila le bai ba kila ya canvas kila asdang canvas ban phai biang ka ban ki bahiyang ngasem ki perlok perjor jongaro ki klem kersan yang ka last election namar bable nga asdang slam palat namar nga klemut banile MLA tang ba ki ya pet ki MLA nangi temban se ban maintain ka party te ngaklem la ban job ka sisa ngaklem la ban job andre kawai ka daw kamde ba ki briu kim senia na kim e inde ba tolong ta ka de ka jing sedang slam palat janga kata kawai ka daw ka doni ka jing ong jong ki briu ka ba namar bang ala danga kren po parlimen ngam ju circulate ngam ju ai chi social media ngam ju thok khabar andre ka juk ka bamanta ka e bang kren khila ban yo na website jong ka parlimen kalong digital menta nado mentala san du snem tengah try kita hi ka try ndakile kino gibru kila ban lik ya ka website jong ka parlimen ka e bang ala kren ka keten kasi ngala kren ka LP ngala kren ki surop ngala kren ki unemployment la kren pun ki ngala sim ngala kren ka subsidal bat kumta terter kita ngatrai ki kam jonga kin sejubak ha ka badai ki skin ka don ki sisa na marba ndai mga klem pendon kam ha barbar ngiyo san crore ha ka chisnem ta ka first year ngiyo ka second year ngi klem yo ai ka third year na ka san crore ai tang ar crore te ka fourth year ai ka fifth year mantabat ai henry ka system change na ka normal manual bangi sai document upai kisah DC office ki sa pelaj ki block bat kumta terter mantabat ka pisa ubo no hapo SBI ka recommendation kali lamba ka portal te ka training ya ki MP lene ka training ya hapo DC office ka training hapo block ki klem ai temut manhakani kidang wan training na po infal kidang sudap ke training ngatrai hadin ke election nga nagaleng jonga ngala recommend but don ki bang nam padla ban recommend ro mar ka website do ki kam ting ka trikam na mar ba kidang sedang ka sai long hi ka technology ka change te ka don ki jingwit ha ka website jong ki kam dei bang klem pendon kam ha nre ngatrai habang alek keleng di report bangawan yangi ki MP kino ki skim bangi ai ki saiwan inquire ki CBI leni ki wei pat ki MP ngangalek keleng ki India ban pek ke kumno ki wei ki MP ki pendon kami ki skim ha bagi ai ki report ngai barabor hi ngai ki skim ngaklam pendon kam bakla nga pendon kam hok abang alek keleng ki Shillong ki ong ba menswangi pat yo sio ta ka MP skim mentala yo tengah try kata juga ang baklam pendon kam hok kadai ke sio bakla jong katu katni namar baki klem ai na Delhi bat ka juga poro ki pendik hakane ka tam ke pemerintah te klem pat yo draw ki bru yak bisa tang kendiat ro namar ba kalawan ko ko kondok kala aslam no ka teknologi jong ki kata ke jing tengah sio si ki perlok namar ki ka hok jong ki bru kam dei ke bisa jong ha rengam la le namar ba barbor ngakam kloi ka MP scheme tekene ka jing all over India lade Raja Sabha ro gajo Lok Sabha ro gajo all over India lade kene kamde tayina habadai ka kam niam habadai kiwe ki kam ngi kongres ngilong very clear kino ki bakwa ban long kano kaniam u Hindu lado umon ban long Hindu ula u Kristen lado bakwa ban mani lagajong kemani ula Muslim ula bat kiwe kat bakimon very clear ka constitution jong India they tangka kongres ka baparkat balong very clear ba kuno ula man mani kuno ka jai niam yo don way ar no Hindu le neo kongres u balik mani kiwe kiniam mdei ban kantore ka kongres so menta nga don hak ni parti hadin katu kat ni ngali kelar sekowe kiniam le ni ngakren kulmar kamde ka kongres bakren kulmar yo di individual kata ka jing yeper yo don iwe ar individual u balong suppose nga ka ki kasi la dato uwe ni ki kasi ndai ban keno ya baro ki kasi lene kuma pi kini ki por la dep yo don ki basam kiat ne yo don ki ba le baklang ndai ban keno de entire kalong ka bakla la da uwe ar umi ban ya kena pada entire community lani entire kaniam lani entire party kalau thai kata kami hap ra
party the first time kami khuni ke MP election but athrai dengba kiniki social media but dengba ki meeting ki prepare ki ila lehi im don kanunu ka jing artatin ya ka jing kershan ka bangila yo no padba kaleng saudong ke lai phun rio thuli ki constituency
ke kita ki mat ke bah mat do ke bah ra ra sa ju komu MP
akabide kita nagaleng jo party ngin sa like padba ya ke manifesto ki jongi te yamata in bongin in sepenpena dak katukan dikandiat ski mentah
kena ke soi philap si thu ingi kita kimat rekam jo kina kalian jo party personally nak kalian jo
kila kita ba daki
kimat berpihak
toh kawehi kabaning kong hi te ka kanong rem ka ba ni kum ka party ka ba ngi let chu pai ba hageni ki na do ing stang hi ka party ka ba ngi let chu pai ba ti kanong rem ka ba ngi wa ban yo i ya ka sanchar khadar ka ba khoi ka sanchar khadar ka ba light ka ba pam sap ka sanchar khadar ka ba ni khun persha ya ka chimdu ka sanchar khadar ka bam yo shirang khamat ye no para ka ju ko poru skawe pre ka kanong rem ka jong ka party ka long pagin yang banyada ya ka hok aga bede ka do ka shap khayi pateng pat ke we ki bre ki hok ki jongi kum ki nong sok snong jong ni ka jala ka ba yet ka jongi
hadu Shillong confident bahkan ya kun persya ikini ki kamtam ya sitting MP pemerintahan kongres kumjuru ya ki kandidat jong ka NPP kamtam ba NPP ta kadon hapo kadika government kadika parti ka bailam ya ka government hang di pojang jong
ngim don kunu jing artatin ab ya kun pan poi be chakathom te bat don kunu ka wei pat ka ong biang ka jing artatin agni ka jing kun nomor athrai ki pat ba hi ki bagi ki ai ngi ka jing kersan kat chami le kata hi athrai kala biang ba ni ya chak khmat saplang pat ni yap ya kata ka por manu bagi persya kita hindi mo kita aru ki baong atrai ka bha baki Sangap bha baki pet bha ya ki jing kren ke jongi alor kata ka jing kenok ke jongki ban su kenok ban su lam bakla ya ki jing betul betul jong pai ba ulai kadi ka jing shanya ingi kalong ke ka ba susi haka longkum ke nong yalam ken ki bangi khwi lenti ki ban yalam ki ban pensai ki ban kren ya ki nongrim ban long ka jing ker khu yu pai ba lam yu pai ba nei ban su kenok kum ni kum tai kalong khulong palapi
Dr. Iki warga antulai bilai ko ni election mali na muslim lalong masaw bad hakani ka election pementa ka iga jingya pair phi i khoro phi kun election mali ba ka iga jingya pair menta ko phi kun ni election MP kamtam ba phin convince ki pa jong lai pun ko ni ki constituency
hang do por mi kirang long ka party ka barang khna tang ko ba system ni ai te ka ba upai ba se to ko por udang kham e ban so tho ya ki taki nongrim ke jongi kata ka jing i jinga jongi kum ka party re tamba ka jing re shitom ka jongi kum ka party ka ba phi hi kum ong kam re ka party tang ka ban ya khun ya election re ka party ka ba kwa ban hi kai ka party ka ba kwa ban pensai chu pat ba nong sok snong jongi ka ri ka ba i ke jongi pat hai ta ki jing ya denti mentala ars dam tam te nge i ka jing kala ka ba ai ka jing kermen yang kum ka party but ya ka state ya ka jala ka jat penri hi baro kuwe kum ka party ngi don kini ki meetings ko her ki bingila de pan bet lupa lang abun tayo manshwa nakaliang jo ka party ngim don ni ka ni ong i ba aden phi le yo to ka meeting pandep yo to ka meeting but ni don hang ne ki don KMLA ki don ki nong kit kam jo ka party nga try kala biang kam don ai ru have ka jing don ka jing bom don ka jing ba aden kong ka party ka ber jing kit clear ki ni ya ta ka linti ta ka jing so tho jing mut lang kong ki na dalam jo ka party
in Delhi is where you have to decide because most of the time all the rules regulations that will be coming and the kind of act and that will be created in the floor of parliament like we have seen in case of CA and I have very serious reservation with CA but it got passed in 2019 and the rules have come out just before election which have two issues. One, it is eating away all our job prospects. Already this country, this state has poor ratio of job seekers to the jobs that are available. You bring in foreigners from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh simply because they can say that we have been persecuted by Muslim people in that country. You are allowing influx and you are saying that they should be the one who have entered, let's say, before 31st of December 2014. What guarantee is there? Because they say you don't need travel document. How do we know somebody has entered yesterday and he certifies that he gets a certificate from the country that I have been prosecuted? And he says, you know, in this country, you can get a passport done within no time. Getting a fake ID of Afghanistan, Pakistan or Bangladesh is no big deal. We know it. I have seen many fake PhD degrees have been given. Thesis has been sold in many parts of this country. Getting a certificate, you all will agree that is not a big deal. So hence, I have serious observation. Number two is, we are actually compromising with the security of this country. Say, for example, a Muslim man, I'm not generalizing, but I'm saying, let's say a Muslim man who is a militant, staying in Afghanistan or Pakistan, or let's say Bangladesh, but Bangladesh is quite peaceful these days, so we will not worry much. But let's say from Afghanistan and Pakistan, he is a Muslim man who is a terrorist. Not all Muslims are terrorists, so let me make it very clear so that you don't quote me wrongly. But suppose a terrorist enters and he has bad motive against this country. He shaves his head, he cleans his beard, he puts a tikka here, he puts a saffron dress, and he says, I'm a Hindu. Allow me to enter your country. I have entered this country before 31st of December 2014. And he has an ID of Pakistan or Afghanistan or Bangladesh. How will you prove? There is no way, because it says you don't have to produce any travel document. Simply say that I have been prosecuted and you have an ID of that country. That's all. And both these are so flimsy that anybody can misuse. I'm worried that through this CAA, we might end up getting influx of terrorists in this country who will leak secret information from this country, pretending to be a Hindu, a Christian, a Sikh, a Jain or a Buddhist, because they are not allowing Muslims, so we leave them apart. They will say that we have been persecuted and they will pretend to be one. They will be in the disguise of having these religion and say that I am being prosecuted by Muslim brothers in these three countries, and hence he will be given citizenship. What guarantee is there that he will not leak all the secrets from this country? Because we know how this intel works as far as the terrorist network is concerned. I'm afraid that in this country, which is so, I worry because this country has a very loose kind of, network checkings that is done. You really can't trace each and every one because we are too many of our people. You go to Delhi, you go to Chandni Chowk, you go to Palika Bazaar, you will not be able to identify who is who. And hence, in a country like ours where the surveillance is so poor, you are allowing people to come from foreign country and they might be terrorists and they are compromising our integrity of this country, and I'm worried as a concern. And that's why when I say send me to the parliament, I want to be the one who will raise all these concerns. CA is one example. There can be n numbers of examples because I do see that in the current dispensation, the secularism is at stake. Because I don't like to see a government who is in the center or in the state trying to patronize a particular religion. This is a free country. I'm born in a country which got independence, and we got our constitution that says that India is a secular democratic republic. That secular is too dear to me. Come what may, I can't compromise with this secularism because this is my identity. I still remember how Gandhi have said. He said this is a country is for everyone. And if we start, and that's why the difference between us and Pakistan that people have to understand, they got independence one day before us. Look where Pakistan is, simply, and where we are. We have advanced in science and technology, and our reputation as a country is much better, but because we have chosen a line that this country will be inclusive of everyone. Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, Christians, Jain, everybody will have equal right, and hence we have thrived all these years. Suddenly I see that there is a threat. There is a threat perception on our secularism because the dispensation who is running this country seems to be bending towards one particular religion. I don't want to see our country to be Hindi, Hindu, Hindustan. This is what I will always oppose, and that's why I want public to realize that send me to Delhi. I want to say this in front of Modi, in front of Shah, in front of everyone, that don't play around with the constitution because you are going to break the country into pieces if you try to play around with the constitution. As long as constitution is intact, we are all as one country, one citizen. We love our country because we love our constitution. The moment you play around with constitution, I have no doubt whatsoever that this country will break into pieces, and we will, and that's what I'm saying. I will make sure that I will raise my voice. Yes, Being independent or being from a smaller party, you may not have much a say as far as the parliament is concerned. But I will be proud enough to say that I raised my concern. You may disagree with my view, but I don't have to come to Motfront. I don't have to come in front of Secretariat and make halabaloo here. This is where I want to that because our MP over the years have not really raised our concern. They have never raised in Parliament why we are so poor. 52 years of statehood, why we are so backward in every sphere that I have been saying again and again. Every public meeting that I have gone, I have stressed this. There is no answer to why we are still poor, such a tiny state. Few hours you can cross the length and breadth of this state, but we are far, far behind many countries which are 10 times larger than us or 5 times larger than us, which means we have no direction whatsoever. The current state government that is being running the state and also the previous Congress government has never chalked a roadmap for us to really move ahead. And I want to change this. There has to be a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift has to be how we think about politics, how seriously we take it. This is a serious business, and I want to emphasize this again and again and again, maybe if need be 1,000 times.
VPP is just a news party with no grassroots worker. VPP does not have much MLA and MDC that we have. So as I tell, VPP will not stand a chance. We will be we will have a much better chance to win this election compared to all the candidates. I respect to all the candidates. I respect to all the political party. But let me assure you, this is RDA chance to win an election. We will not withdraw our candidate. We will work very hard to ensure that we will win the election. I don't want to argue with this person, but I will only remind what he has stated in Meghalaya in 2018, that news party will reach nowhere. This time also it will prove that the news party will reach nowhere. Definitely it will be ILP, inclusion of the Khasi language in each schedule, settle the boundary between Meghalaya and Assam, review the boundary issue between India and Bangladesh in Meghalaya sector. Having a separate cadet will be our main issue, and apart from that, we will have an issue in bringing development in our state. If I start naming most of the issues, it will take a lot of time, but the other thing that we will also be taking off is that we will fight to secure that secularism is remain in India. We will make sure that each and every citizen in India do have a right to choose their own religion and their own faith as whatever they want and whatever they wish. Respecting the religious sentiment will be our priority. We will make sure that we will stand for the indigenous faith, and we will also try our best to secure that the indigenous faith in the state of Meghalaya, but the Senghasi, Sendraj and the Songsarak will get the minority status. And there's a lot of issues that we will try to say. We will make sure to strengthen democracy. Democracy in India has been questioned. There are people who say that India democracy has turned into an electoral autocracy. We will ensure that democracy is strengthened in India by having a pre-legislation consultation program. We will make sure that judiciary will remain independent without the interference of the executive, and we hope that with an independent judiciary we will be able to protect our right and interest in the state.